guys, I'm Alan Zirkle with Mr. Z's Music Lessons. Today we'll be doing a lead guitar tutorial over Remembrance by Hillsong Worship. This song is in the key of B and our tempo is 70 beats per minute for the quarter note. The time signature switches back and forth between 3/4 and 4/4, so that'll be something to watch out for. And there will be a tab in the description of the video if you want to check that out, and I'll have it running across the screen as well throughout the video. So we're going to finger pick verse 1 of this. And we're going to start off in 3/4. We'll play a B chord with our first finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, 3rd finger on the 4th fret of the G string, and the 4th finger on the 4th fret of the B string. And we're going to pluck all those at the same time, hold it for 2 beats. 1, 2. Then we'll go to like a C sharp minor. We'll play the first finger on the 4th fret of the A string, 2nd finger on the 5th fret of the B string, and 3rd finger on the 6th fret of the G string. We'll pick those at once and just let it ring for 1 beat. Then we'll play the 5th fret of the B string, let it ring for 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. Then we'll go up to the first finger on the 11th fret of the A string, 2nd finger on the 12th fret of the B string, and the 3rd finger on the 13th fret of the G string. We'll pluck all 3 of those, let them ring for 2 beats. 1, 2. Then I'm going to bar across the 11th fret of the D, G, and B strings with the first finger, just play it for 1 beat. And then down to the 9th fret of the D, G, and B strings, barred across for 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. So far you have this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then the second half starts out really similar. You have 1, 2, 3. Then here we go to the 9th fret of the G and B strings. Just bar across those 2. 1, 2, 3. Then up to 11, 12, and 13 again. 1, 2. Then just the 11th fret of the G and B strings. Then back to the chord we started on, but let it ring for 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that second line of verse 1 went like this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so I'll play all of verse 1 for you one time, starting off on that B chord. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then verse 2 and verse 3 will be the exact same thing. Then we'll go over chorus 1, and basically what I did for this tab is I just kind of took the most prominent guitar parts that you hear and put them all into one part. And there's a lot of different guitar parts that you could play, but if you're the only guitarist, maybe following this would be a good idea just to hit the major pieces of it. So on the chorus 1, we're in 4/4, and we'll put our 4th finger on the 7th fret of the A string, and then we'll bar the first finger across the 4th fret of the D and G strings, and we'll play 8th notes. We'll go 1 and 2, 3, 4. Then we'll drop down to the 6th fret with the 3rd finger. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Then I'm going to drop down to almost like a E shape, just moved up to the 3rd and 4th fret, and we'll play 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing again. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it for chorus 1. Then chorus 2 starts out really similar to chorus 1, where we play that pattern. We have 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. The only difference is 1 and 2, 3, 4. We'll play this again here. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Do the same thing again. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 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 Then for the next part of chorus 2, I'm going to go ahead and switch to using a pick here, and it also switches time signatures, or sorry, no, it's still in 4/4 here, so yes, just stay in 4/4, and we'll bar across the 4th fret of the E, B, and G strings, and we'll play 8th notes. We're going to be switching back and forth between the E string and the G string. So we have 1 and 2 and 6th fret with the 3rd finger on the E string, same rhythm, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, then we'll go up to the 7th fret with the 4th finger, 1 and 2 and 3 and, then to the 7th fret of the B string, 4 and, then we'll just bar across the 4th fret of the E string again, and we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And we'll stop there on beat 4 and then hold it out for 2 more measures. So once we switch to the pick, I'll show you that part again. I'll just play it once for you. So it goes. Let it ring out 1, 2, 3, 4 for another measure after that too. So yeah, that's it for chorus 2. Then for the instrumental, we're going to stay in 4/4, and I'm going to keep using a pick here too. I'll put my 2nd finger on the 8th fret of the G string. Then we'll play the 9th fret of the D string. Then the 9th fret of the G string. 8th fret of the G string. 3rd fret of the G string. Then 4th fret of the G string. 2nd fret on B. Then 4th fret of the B string. 2nd fret of the B string. 4th fret of the G string. 1st fret of the G string. Then it climbs up. 3, 4. And we'll do that same thing twice. So here's what it sounds like. Kind of slowly. It goes. We'll do the same thing again. That's it for the instrumental. On the bridge, we'll play a really similar riff to what we just did on the instrumental. We'll just add this little kind of drone note underneath it. So we'll play the 8th fret of the G string. I'm going to use my 2nd finger, and then I'm going to use my 3rd finger on the 9th fret of the D string. We're going to go back and forth between the G and D strings. So we'll go up to the 9th fret with the pinky on the G string, and take the pinky back off. So that pattern was. To the 3rd fret of the G string with the 2nd finger, and the 4th fret of the D string with the 3rd finger, and we'll go back and forth between G and D still. And pinky on the 4th fret of the G string, and then 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the B string. So that pattern was. Okay, then we'll go back up to 8, 9 again. And we'll play the 6th fret of the G string. 4th fret of the G string, then down to the 1st fret of the G string and the 2nd fret of the D string. We'll alternate between G and D. Then we'll go back up, 3rd fret of the G string, 4th fret of the G string. So let me play this pattern for you back from the beginning of the bridge. Basically your bridge pattern. It's going to play that 6 times, and on the I guess it's like the 3rd time is kind of when it starts building. So there you might go ahead and add just a little bit of overdrive to that. So here's what it sounds like with some drive. Same riff all the way through the bridge. Then lastly, we'll hit the tag that's the very end of the song where he sings Hallelujah, I think 3 times in a row. So we'll play our C sharp minor shape that we did earlier. 2, 3, 4. Let this ring for 4 beats. Then we'll bar across the 11th fret of the D, G, and B strings. Let this ring for 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to C sharp minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we'll bar, and this is a F sharp, 2, 3, 4. To our B chord that we started on, let it ring for 4 beats. Alright guys, that's it for this lesson. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions or anything in the comments. And we hit 1,000 subscribers last week, and I'm just super excited about that. Can't thank you guys enough. If you enjoyed this video, just be sure to hit the subscribe button. And then also, if you'll hit the little notification bell, that'll keep you from missing any future videos if you want to be notified of any time I have new videos come out. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one.